When I studied abroad in Japan, I was introduced to an interesting arcade game called Groove Coaster. Groove Coaster is a rhythm game where you follow along a pathway and hit notes to the beat of the song. You'll have to perform additional maneuvers by hitting notes rapidly, pushing buttons, or pushing the control sticks in certain directions. Groove Coaster originally began as a smartphone game where you would tap and slide on the screen to hit notes. Since then, it has gone on to debut in arcades across Japan and eventually outside the country to even here in the West. For a while, the only way to play the game were with a smartphone or at arcades, but on July 16, 2018, Groove Coaster finally became available on a home platform via Steam. The Steam version seemed to be the only home console release for Groove Coaster until 2019 when it was announced that Groove Coaster would be making the switch to Nintendo Switch with its new entry, Groove Coaster Wai Wai Party. On November 7, 2019, Groove Coaster Wai Wai Party released on Nintendo Switch in Japan and also made its debut in the West later on November 14, 2019 via this Nintendo eShop. Wai Wai Party retains all the key elements of Groove Coaster but features a vast song list and local multiplayer options. It also features some song challenges you can do as well as create your own if you want to set up something for a friend to try or your own personal playlist. This game will be the series' first time being sold as a full-price console game rather than a free-to-play game or a budget-price game. So we have to wonder if this party is worth the price of admission. Let's take a look at what worked in Groove Coaster Wai Wai Party with the good. Groove Coaster is very easy to get into as there aren't specific buttons you have to input like other rhythm games. At most, you have to make use of the controller's buttons and two sticks to really get the most out of the game. This is only really necessary for the harder beat maps. You can safely get by just using the controller's face buttons. The beat maps are fun to play through as they're structured more like a roller coaster than a traditional static beat map. Some maps have added effects to them to reference the song that is playing, which is a very nice touch. I especially love the maps for Akane-chan Will Listen to Everything You Say and BBKK as they feel like near recreations of their original videos. You have a nice variety of songs to choose from, such as anime tracks from series like Gurren Lagann to the more recent Pop Team Epic, some Vocaloid tracks featuring favorites from creators such as Deco27 and Gene, fan music from the Toho series, game tracks from popular series Darius and Bubble Bobble, and other great tracks. Each track has 4 levels of difficulty ranging from easy, normal, hard, and if you beat a game track's hard difficulty, you'll unlock the master level, which truly puts your skills to the test. I like the selection of music, as well as some tracks being covered by some of the popular virtual YouTubers that rose in popularity in recent years. It's charming hearing Bad Apple and Echo being covered by Mirai Akari from the Mirai Akari channel, as well as hearing some of the other tracks being covered by other VTubers for something a bit different. Before you start the song, you can customize both the visual and sound effects when you hit notes. You can also use items to help you during the song, or use option modifiers to make the beat map more challenging. I like the variety of options this game provides you, which encourages more playtime on songs using some of the modifiers. Speaking of variety, I love the different ways you can unlock content in the game. The game uses an achievement map system where you complete missions on the mission map to unlock unlockables. These missions can range from completing certain songs, achieving a no-miss or full chain, or using certain items. However, let's say you run into a mission that's either really tedious to complete, or in the worst case, impossible for your skill level. Thankfully, you can also use the groove coins you accumulate from playing maps to complete the mission. This flexibility with unlocking content makes playing the game and unlocking content a joy rather than a chore. I also love the large selection of avatars you can unlock, which range from Taito game sprites, to 2D anime character sprites, to full motion 3D modeled avatars. You can also unlock a variety of navigators who greet you in all the menu screens, with some having full voiceovers for some of the options and modes you select. Another cool thing you can do is change the game's aspect ratio to 9:16, and if you have a full vertical display screen, then you can set the screen direction to vertical to closer match the arcade version. Accuracy is key in this game, so I'm glad this game features an improved calibrator where the game can automatically adjust screen and sound calibration to reduce the input delay between what you press and what happens on screen. The older entries only let you change it manually, which will require you to test it out in another song before going back to the menu to recalibrate it. So it's nice that this has been streamlined in the latest entry. However, all the quality of life changes in anime can't hide away the flaws with this game, and we'll be taking a look at what didn't work when we look at the bad. Right off the bat, this game has some crazy visuals that happen on screen as you play through the maps, but some songs have too much going on where the background begins to distract from the notes you're trying to hit. In worst cases, the visuals will begin to camouflage certain notes, causing you to miss them unintentionally. Another issue comes from the avatars you can use in the stages. Most of them are fine, but I find using the 2D pixel anime avatars to be detrimental to playing the beatmaps, as the size of them can hide away the notes you're supposed to hit, leading to mistimed hits. Thankfully, there are options to enlarge the notes to help alleviate this issue, though you'd be better off selecting one of the other avatars if you're going for perfect runs. The titles you can unlock in this game feel pointless, where at this time of writing, there are no online features in this game, which is a shame since it would have been nice to play against other players with your title on display. I mentioned before how some of the navigators have voiceovers while others don't. Normally this wouldn't be an issue, especially when some navigators like the Toho ones don't have official voices. But for someone as popular a VTuber as Kizuna Ai is, the fact that she has no voiceovers as a navigator is very disappointing. Fuck you! Some of the missions can get repetitive as you'll run into missions asking you to do the same task in the same category. One of the missions required me to play Akane-chan a number of times to unlock each unlockable, since the next missions aren't revealed until a different mission is completed. Thankfully, as I said, you can vouch to use your GC to unlock the unlockable, which helps alleviate this issue. One more major issue that came up was during my playtime with the ActiveX Controls. These controls, while innovative for the series, have some bugs to work out as some songs seem to have more input lag when these controls are enabled. I tried playing Densetsu no Kage on hard using the ActiveX Controls, however the rapid button presses did not seem to register right. I went back and recalibrated the controls in the ActiveX Controls setting and tried again, only to find myself running into the same issues on that song in difficulty. However, this seems to be the most apparent in the hard difficulty stages for ActiveX Controls, as the other difficulties seem to work just fine with them. It may also be just me, or the calibrations were done incorrectly, but I feel I should bring that up in case it's a universal issue. Now, with all that out of the way, it's time that I give the opinion. Groove Coaster is a really fun rhythm game. The use of motion in the game gives it a unique feel and helps it stand out from other rhythm games out there. It's also really easy to get into and offers some nice challenge in the forms of difficulty levels and option modifiers. You will need to calibrate your controls before attempting some of the harder maps, but once you get them calibrated right, you'll be making your way through the harder maps in no time. If you're a fan of rhythm games and a fan of either anime, Vocaloid, Toho, or J-pop music, you'll feel right at home with this game. If you're unsure if this game is right for you, I would recommend trying out Groove Coaster 2 Original Style on your mobile smartphone, which is free to play and gives you a taste of the Groove Coaster formula. Wai Wai Party is packed with over 100 songs and has song DLC packs available right now, with more to come, making this game the definitive home console version of the game. So with that, it's time for my rating. I would give Groove Coaster Wai Wai Party this synchronized dance out of 10. Thanks for watching, and tune in for the next Infinite Backlog review. If you enjoyed today's review, feel free to check out some of our other videos and subscribe for more. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and our Facebook page. Once again, thank you for watching.